the Christmas star, I'm going to use green wool, and I'm using a 4.5mm hook, and you will need a pair of scissors. And I'm going to start by making a slip knot and chaining two. And into the second chain from the hook, so the first chain, I'm going to put 12 single crochets. 2 and 3, and I am using American terms. 10, 11 and 12. You can use a magic ring if you prefer. And what you do then is you slip stitch to the first single crochet in the round, like that. Okay, and it should look like that there. Now I'm just going to cut this thread off to make it a little neater. I'm going to go straight into making the points of the 6 points of the star. So what I do here is I chain 2, and this chain 2 counts as your first double crochet. And into the stitch directly below the chain 2, I do a double crochet. I chain 3 stitches, and I do 2 more double crochets into the same space. 1 and 2. I'm going to skip 1 stitch, and into the next stitch I'm going to put 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, all into the same stitch. I'm going to chain 3 and back into the same stitch, 2 more double crochets. So in total you're going to do 6 of these. You skip 1, and again for your third sort of point bundle you do 2 double crochets, chain 3 and 2 double crochets all into the same stitch, and then you skip 1. And you repeat that right the way around until you get back to the beginning. 1 and 2, whoops, and 2. I've come to my last point, so chain 3 and 2 more double crochets into the same chain, into the same space, and slip stitch to the top of the chain 3 at the start of the round. Okay, and it look like this. And these are your 6 points. And as we go on, they'll become more sort of noticeable. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to slip stitch right up into the chain 3 space. And that's what I do at the end of every round. I slip stitch along the stitches up into the next chain 3 space. So for round 3, I'm going to chain 1, and into the chain 3 space I'm going to do 1 half double crochet and 1 double crochet. Let's get more wool, and I'm going to then chain 3, okay, and I'm going to do 1 double crochet and 1 half double crochet. So I did a half double, a chain 3, a double, a half double, back down the other side, and into this little tiny stitch here in the very corner, you can see that, I'm going to do 1 single crochet. Then what you do is you skip the 2 chains in the center, 1 and 2, and you come along to this stitch here and you do 1 single crochet, and into the next chain 3 space you do a half double, 1 double, chain 3, you're going back down the other side, so a double, 1, a half double, and into the tiny little corner space, this one here, and you have to be really careful it's not the 2 chain in the middle, you do 1 single. You skip the 2 stitches in the middle and go into this stitch and do a single. And you're back into a chain 3 space. So again, 1 half double, 1 double, chain 3, down the other side of the star point, a double, a half double, and into the little space, 1 single. And continue this pattern. You're then going to skip the 2 chain in the middle, and you're going to do a single, a half double, a double, chain 3, a double, a half double, a single, and so on right around. And then we will slip stitch up into the first chain 3 space of the next round. So I've now come near the end of this round, and I'm just finishing off half double and a single, and skip the 2 chain, and you would have slip stitch here. So into this stitch here, which is hard to see, you're going to do 1 single, and you are going to slip stitch along here up into the first chain 3 space of the previous round. And this is your final round of your star. Okay, and it will really start to look like a star now. So for this round, chain 1 to start. And again, into the very first chain 3 space, you're going to do a half double, 1 double, chain 3. And back down the other side of the chain 3, the previous round, you do a double, a half double, and a single. And this time you're going to slip stitch into the next stitch. You are then going to skip the 2 stitches in the middle. You are going to slip stitch into the next stitch. You are going to single crochet into the next stitch, and you are back to your next chain 3 space. And into that you do your half double, your double, chain 3. You are now going down the other side of the chain 3 space. You do a double, a half double, and a single, and you are then going to slip stitch into the next stitch, and you're going to skip the 2 in the middle and work up the next side, which is a slip stitch, a single, and you're into the next chain 3 space. And if you don't know how to do any of the stitches, I do have a tutorial on how to do them. 1, 2, and 3. And you know, once you get the hang of it and the pattern, it's really easy. Single, slip stitch. I'm going to slip stitch again, skip the 2 in the middle, single crochet, and if you can hear a wasp in the background, it's because I'm making this Christmas decoration in June. I'll just tuck a notion. 2 and 3, and we're nearly finished. So the half double, the double, 1 single, and slip stitch. Skip the 2 in the middle, slip stitch, single, half double, double, chain 3, and a double, half double, single, slip stitch. Skip the 2 in the middle, slip stitch, single, half double, double, chain 3, and this is the last one, the last point, a double, a half double, a single, slip stitch, skip the 2 in the middle, and these ones are going to be hard to see because you did slip stitch in the last round. So you're going to slip stitch into the top of the first one, you're going to single into the next one, and you are going to join to the bottom of this one. And how I always end to make my wool nice and secure is I cut the wool, I chain 1, and I pull my wool through and pull that tight. And then what I do is I weave the wool in and out of the you know, wherever along the side. So now this is what your star will look like when you're finished. And what I usually do is I steam it, put it into shape, and then if you're using it as a Christmas decoration, so if you're using it either to hang in your tree or as a Christmas bunting, I starch it sometimes, and you can put diamonds or whatever decorations you like. And it's actually really easy, and it takes all of about, once you get the hang of it, about 2 minutes to make. So Christmas star. Thanks for watching.